Hi, I'm Kamil, and you're watching Passionfruit.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Jeric, and this is Passionfruit. It's a show where I sit down and interview people who are dedicated and love the things they do. And today, I'm joined with my friend Kamil. Kamil, welcome to the show.
What's up, Jeric? Thanks for having me.
I want to start with a couple of introductory questions so the viewers get to know you better. So first things first, where were you born and where did you mostly grow up?
So, I was born in Summit, and I mostly grew up in Linden, New Jersey.
Next up, what were some previous hobbies that you used to be interested in? What activities did you do? Do you still continue those hobbies to this day? And if you stop, why did you stop?
I used to swim. I still kind of swim. I used to play the piano, like, a lot. And I just do it in my free time now.
Can you still play the piano like well?
Yeah, pretty well.
How often do you swim?
I mean, I work at a pool, so pretty much every day.
Did you used to do like competitions or anything like that involving swimming or piano for that matter?
I did competitions for swimming. I didn't do very well though. For the piano, no, not really.
Coming back to the present, what do you do for fun now? And are there certain memories associated with what you do for fun now that bring you joy or like any happy memory essentially?
I love hiking. That's one thing I really like. And running, to some extent.
What is it about hiking and running that you love?
I love nature.
You love nature.
I don't know, I like it. I've been on a couple of vacations to like the Grand Canyon, Zion National Park.
What was your best hiking experience?
Angel's Landing
Where's that?
in Zion. Look it up on YouTube, it's pretty cool. There's like a chain and there's like a ridge with
Like a ravine?
it's like if you think it's like a stairwell with no, what is it called, those things on the stairs?
Railings?
Yeah.
Railings? Barristers? Whatever?
Stairwell made out of rocks with no railings and like a 1,000-foot drop on each side.
Oh, jeez. Wow, sounds exhilarating. Do you competitive running or do you just do it for like recreation?
Just recreation and to stay skinny because I eat way too much.
One thing that you didn't mention that actually I feel like a big part of you is the fact that you dance. So I guess to get viewers more I guess acclimated with like your dancing experience, how long have you been dancing for? What kind of styles you do? Just give us like the basic rundown essentially.
Okay, so I've been dancing since I was 5. I do ballroom dancing, so it's like Latin and standard. I did both until like 2 years ago, because then I started college and you don't have as much time. So now I just do standard. If you ever watch like Dancing with the Stars, standard is the one with like long dresses and the tail suits.
You still do competitions? Because I know you used to do competitions a lot.
Yeah, I do competitions. The recent one was like in New York City a month ago.
Are there like prizes or anything like that, or is it just like status, or what's the deal there? Money? What kind of money are we talking about?
Not a lot of money.
Not a lot?
It's a very expensive sport with very little payoff.
Really?
Yeah.
So give us an example, like what does first place get?
It depends on the competition, but
Is there like a trophy involved or just the...
yeah, like a plastic trophy that's made in China. Usually the money you make from this is by teaching. So I do a little bit of teaching. So that's where I make my money.
Okay, so we'll talk about dancing a little bit later in the interview, but for now I want to switch things up and talk about academics. So what school are you going to? What's your major or focus? And what made that major so quote unquote attractive to you? Why did you choose it?
I go to Rutgers University, if you've ever heard about it. I'm majoring in chemistry. I have really no interest in chemistry whatsoever.
Are you thinking of switching or are you just gonna like...
No, I'm gonna stay.
You're gonna stay?
Because I'm doing pre-med, so.
Is that like a longer year program, or are you just like doing 4 years, or?
It's not a real major, it's the classes that you take if you want to apply to medical school.
But you have to stay in school longer, or is it still like 4 years?
It's still 4 years.
Still 4 years, gotcha.
I mean, I chose chemistry because apparently there's good money in chemistry. So if I don't make it into medical school, I can always fall back on chemistry.
Do you have any possible inspirations for your craft? Do you have any dance inspirations? Do you have anyone who you look up to as a dancer or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. There's this couple from Poland I really like, Sergio and Dorota. And then actually there's this couple from California, they're pros, Victor and Anastasia. And they're world champions in standard.
Have they competed in, is there an Olympic sport for this? I don't even know if there's like an Olympic.
No, there's like world championships in England, Europe.
So when people go to college, some use this opportunity to reinvent themselves and try something they never thought they would ever do before. Is that something you can attest to? Did you try something new? Did you find a dance club at Rutgers perhaps, or did you not do anything at all?
Yeah, I did something new. I tried men's crew.
For those who don't know, what is men's crew?
It's, you know, those people that like...
Oh, the row team. Row team, basically, right?
It's called crew for men.
Oh, okay.
It was not fun.
Why is that?
probably shouldn't say this, but the coach made a lot of dick jokes.
Okay then. um,
Like, a lot. And he was very mean. He would scream at you. Be like, what the fuck are you doing? It was very competitive.
where did you row?
The river.
Which river?
The Raritan. Yeah, Rutgers is on the Raritan River.
Isn't it like very swampy or?
There's a lot of trees there. There's a lot of plastic. It smelled like oil a lot. It's very polluted.
How long did you stay on the crew team for?
For 1 semester. I quit and then I called the coach. I was like, yo, I can't do this anymore, like with my class schedule for next semester. And he kept trying to insinuate me that it was because I was lazy.
Okay then. Have you done anything else since then or?
I went to the Ballroom club, a lot of cool people, but it just didn't fit with my schedule. And then I also joined the Seed Club.
What's that?
It's like a green club.
Oh, like so like an environmental type club. Does seed stand for something or is it just?
It does, but I don't know what.
Oh, okay.
It's not my cup of tea. They're very radical. I'm more like, eh.
But for now, you're not committed to anything, right?
No, I'm committed to that club, and then I'm also in the Polish club.
What do you do there?
It's a social club, so we don't really do much.
So now I want to bring it back to dancing. Typically, are you the one who brings up your dancing first, or is it other people who do it? How openly do you talk about your dancing?
I never bring it up.
Okay.
I mean, when did you find out that I dance?
I have no idea, honestly. It was probably, I mean, it was probably during freshman year of high school, but
I think it was because somebody showed a video of me, but I don't really talk about it.
you only talk about it if somebody else brings it up first, right?
I don't really think it's that interesting. I don't think dancing is a huge part of my identity. It's just something I do.
What would you say is a huge part of your identity then?
I don't know.
Because I always figured that dancing was a huge part of your identity. It's interesting to hear that it's not.
I don't really know what my identity is yet.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I mean, I was just curious because I was under the impression that dance was like this. I mean, you've been dancing since.
I mean, okay, it is a huge part of me.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a huge part of my identity per se.
So now we're gonna play a game called Describe the Vibe. I pulled 3 images from your social media. I have no idea where I took these from. Probably your Facebook, your Instagram, because that's your only socials you have. Your job is to describe the bigger picture of what's going on. Tell our viewers what's up. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
The first image, I think this was from your Facebook. Could you describe what's going on in this picture right here?
Oof.
When was this?
I would say I was like 12.
2012?
No, I was in 6th grade. How many years was that?
It's like 2011, 2012.
Yeah, something like that.
Where was this?
Catherine the Great Palace in Russia.
What were you doing? What's going on? Why are you dressed up? Who's in this painting? Who's next to you?
Well, so that's my old dance coach. So she went with us to Russia for a competition, and she was also like our tour guide because she's from Moscow. So she showed us around. Yeah, they forced me to dress up inside the palace to take pictures, because otherwise they won't let you take pictures.
Oh, that's interesting. What was that competition in Russia like? Was it like international or?
Yeah, it was intense. There was no audience whatsoever, but there was a lot of couples, and it was like all hardcore Russian people.
Do you remember your placement in that competition?
It was like in the middle.
So here's the next picture. Could you describe what's going on here?
We're dancing.
We're dancing. Okay, well, tell me more. Who's in this picture? What are you dancing to? When was this?
Well,
where was this?
It's my current dance partner. I don't think I should say her name. I actually don't know where that was. Can't tell. All I can tell is that I shouldn't raise my eyebrows because they look weird. I think that's like in this position called whisk, but I'm not sure. I can analyze it for you. My hand is too low. Her head is not shaped enough. My head is turned too much. The chin is not high enough. Yeah, and don't raise the eyebrows.
And now finally, this picture.
I look better here. I look younger. I don't know. I think that was like 3-4 years ago maybe. I look skinnier too. No, my position doesn't look bad in this one. She looks a little bit worse.
Do you remember anything about this competition you competed in?
I just remember the dress, and I thought it was too poofy.
So now I'm going to ask you questions about success and what it means to you. So the first question is, define success. What is success in your eyes?
Feeling fulfilled. I guess it's really simple and cliche that if you feel like what you do makes you happy and makes you feel like it has a purpose or point, I think I would say that's success. I don't think it has to do with the fact that you make a lot of money. Money makes life easier, but I don't think it makes you feel more successful or fulfilled. If you get to a point in life where you're content with where you're at, I think that's success.
What's the most difficult thing that ever happened to you, and how did you deal with it?
Over the summer, I was part of this program through the Rutgers Honors College, where I would go to the prison in Newark and like shadow the healthcare professionals there and like implement the program. So I guess a really hard part of that was to keep an open mind about the people there and their circumstances and experiences. Because as you can see, I'm white and I've never really had any issues or prejudices that I had to face. So I guess going there, listening to some of them and their stories, keeping an open mind and trying to understand their position, I think that was really tough for me at first, because I kind of like put a wall between myself and them, like a glass wall. I would listen to them, but I would be like skeptical, and I would kind of judge them on a subconscious level. So realizing that and getting rid of that was kind of a tough process for me.
Were you ever intimidated by anybody there, or how often did you have contact with whoever was there?
I felt more intimidated by the physicians there. I think it's because they're doctors and they're really smart and really knowledgeable. Regarding the inmates, I actually felt like I wasn't intimidated by them at all. I felt on some level they might have been intimidated by me. So I always tried to be very like casual with them.
So instead of intimidated, were you ever nervous at some point? Because you said it yourself, you're in the same room as like, these murderers, these people who've been convicted of assault. Yeah,
definitely there was a place where I felt a little bit nervous and anxious. But I think, to be honest, that was probably due to my prejudices and biases. But overall, you know how they say it's hate the sin and not the sinner. I think it's the same thing in this case. Hate what they've done in their past, but don't hate them. I think it's often hard to remember that these people also deserve empathy and compassion, care, and understanding.
The last question I have for you related to success is, do you think a person needs to first overcome serious setbacks or challenges to be truly successful, or do you think they can get past life without going through those struggles and still be considered successful in your eyes?
I mean, I think that you have to endure challenges. It's kind of BS. There's a lot of people who become successful with little to no resistance or like setbacks. I guess it definitely helps when you overcome these challenges. It definitely helps you develop as a person and have a more broad view of the world and of yourself. But overall, I think it depends on the person. It's very specific to each and every one of us.
So you don't necessarily think it's a necessary step for, I guess, success, right? Or
I think it's more optional.
Optional, okay. So now that we got that out of the way, I have some lightning round questions for you. So quick, snappy responses you can probably come up with in like 2 seconds. So let's do this. Ready? Favorite style of dance?
Standard.
Dancing or swimming?
Dancing.
Favorite Polish food?
Naleśniki. It's a form of crepes with cheese.
Describe the worst outfit you had to wear for a dance competition.
Tail suits are pretty shitty. It's like 2 layers of really heavy material and it's really hot in it.
Longest time a dance competition is taken to finish?
It depends on the competition. Sometimes they end like at 2 a.m.
Jesus. When do you start?
Me personally, it's like 10 minutes, 1 round, and there's usually 2 rounds, but like the competition itself, it can go on for quite a while.
What was the best compliment you've ever received?
One of my Polish friends once said, "I can't figure you out."
That's interesting, yeah. I'd say that's a compliment. What is something you will never do again?
Eat pizza and wings from Pizza Hut.
What's the story there?
It's not good.
No? Okay. What's something you are self-conscious about?
I would say acne, but my acne went away.
Oh yeah, it did clear up. I just noticed that. What have you been doing?
Nothing really.
Oh, okay. Because some people who like have like bad acne like use Accutane or something like that. Have you heard?
Yeah, that like ruins your liver though.
Yeah, I've heard that has like really bad side effects. But have you done anything to change your routine or anything like that?
No.
No?
You just gotta wait it out. I'm also a little bit self-conscious about my lisp.
I can barely notice it, so I mean, you're doing well there.
People usually think it's an accent, but it's not an accent.
What personality trait do you value most and which do you dislike the most in other people?
The most I value is honesty, and the one that I least value is determination.
Why?
Some people, when they're determined, they'll steamroll you.
Oh, I see.
Goal. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
So people who are like dead set on a goal and will do
it's like, yeah, my way or like...
the highway. Gotcha. Okay, I see what you mean. On the flip side, which personality trait do you value the most in yourself and which like Which do you dislike the most about yourself?
I feel like I'm a pretty normal person.
We all like to think we are.
The thing that I've been told, I come across as mean or like sarcastic.
No, you're definitely sarcastic.
Yeah, but some people, I feel like it's not very like out there. Some people can't tell I'm being sarcastic and they think I'm insulting them.
I see.
The most I value about myself is my hard work.
What's one thing someone can do to instantly get on your good side and one thing someone can do to instantly get on your bad side?
To get on my good side, give me money. To get on my bad side, I feel like I hate it when you talk to someone and then they show you that they're not interested and they don't care. I feel like I do that too sometimes when I just like stop like caring and I just...
If you could instantly eliminate one problem with the world, which would it be?
I'd eliminate race.
Such a weird response, because I can think of a million different things that would be different if there was no race. Could you explain why?
The world would be a better place.
Okay, I don't want to continue this because I don't want to step on anything. Moving on.
Yeah, I feel like most of the problems in the world are due to racial prejudices.
I don't know if making the entire human race one race would solve all of that though.
Okay, then I'd eliminate wealth inequality.
Okay, so disparity between different classes. Okay, got you. How do you feel about Old Town Road?
It's not that good.
Not that good. It's been #1 for 19 weeks.
No, it was just dethroned by Billie Eilish. Yeah. I read that.
It took forever for Billie Eilish to hit #1. I'm pretty sure it took about 8 weeks. It was stuck at #2 for a long time.
Yeah, Billie Eilish is another trend I can't get behind.
Really? What is it about Billie Eilish?
She just acts dumb.
I mean, it's kind of her like aesthetic.
It's edgy and it's cringy.
Okay. If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Drink less milk.
That's really specific. Why?
Turns out I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh. Huh. Okay. Yeah, that would help. That would help. Yeah. When did you find that out?
A couple weeks ago, when I decided to try milk again, because I haven't drank milk in like a year. A lot of problems came back.
You can't even eat yogurt or anything with milk in it?
Like light milk, yogurt is okay because it's not too much milk, but like milk itself.
Like pure milk?
Yeah, it just destroys my digestive system.
This is the final question. I ask all my guests here in Passionfruit the same question, and it's twofold, so I'll break it down for you. Think about a time when your life was drastically different than it is now. How long ago was that? What was going on back then? And what has made you change or lead you to become the person you are today?
I would say when I was in elementary school and middle school, I had a very packed schedule. So after school, I had a piano lesson, then I had swimming for like 2 hours, and then dance in the evening. So I never really had time for myself. I never had free time, like at all. In retrospect, it was definitely good that I did all these activities. I definitely learned a lot of things, but at the same time, I feel like I didn't have as much time for myself to experience new things. Now that I have more time for myself and I can pursue new things and new interests, I feel like I can develop more passions. I still do ballroom dancing from the past. I do it in the present. I feel like that's a bridge of my past passions to my future passions, as I really want to study and pursue something in the medical aspect regarding dancing. For instance, there's things like dance therapy, and there's also dance medicine, things like that. So I really want to pursue and find new passions, as I've been trying to do in college now, while also keeping them in touch with my past.
Great answer. And now the second part of the question, where do you see yourself a year from now or possibly after you graduate college?
A year from now, I see myself the same place. So I don't really plan to go anywhere else.
And then after college?
Either working in chemistry or medical school.
All right, Kamil, thank you for doing this interview.
Thanks, man. My pleasure.
Do you want to plug anything real quick?
No.
All right then. Okay.
Stay off of social media. It's unhealthy for you.
And with that, that concludes this episode of Passionfruit. If you guys like this episode, please make sure you leave a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more content like this in the future, more episodes of Passionfruit possibly, and make sure you hit that bell icon to receive push notifications for whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much again, Kamil, for coming out and doing this interview, and thank you guys for watching, because without your support, this series wouldn't be possible. And yeah, I will see you hopefully in the future. Peace.
Take care, everyone.